I'd like to talk for just a minute. On Saturday it's my birthday, and it's a very powerful period for me. And the end of a cycle, the coming of a whole new, area of work for me. The whole thing is major transformation. And the thing I told people this afternoon, I'll say the same thing. All of you are part of it. This whole year, most of you have been coming to classes, and working on yourselves and doing what you can to build your inner life, to have a spiritual life. And it really was an enormous support for me because these classes truly have been a miracle in my life. They've been a miracle in my life for 50 years now. And I think they'll remain a miracle in my life until the moment I leave the world. And it's something, when cycles come to an end, it's always powerful. This has been a really powerful time for me. I mean, I am exhausted. It's been so powerful. The changes are going so deeply inside me. But I'm grateful for it. And obviously, I need to go through this. And I couldn't think of a better time to go through it, than, the coming of my birthday. And I think, what I've learned mostly is that everything we experience is in cycles. We go through death and rebirth from the moment we're born to the moment we live the world. And all it is the end of a cycle, the opening of another door, the opening of another element of work and inner growth. And it takes place not only on a spiritual level, it takes place on a material level, on a psychological level, on every level. People go through these changes of cycles, and most people complain about them because they require a great deal of energy to get from point A to point B. I find it's just a blessing. It's really a blessing. And as tired as I get, it doesn't matter because I keep going up and asking Rudy, and Swami Nityananda for the blessing to help me cross the bridge and to make it to the other side, where the next cycle of energy will begin. Does anyone have a question about? Also, many of you contributed money towards a birthday gift. And I bought a wonderful birthday gift for myself with that money, and I can't wait for it to come. I bought a wonderful statue of Ganesh that's from India, South India, from the 19th century. And it's just an incredible work of art. And I think just having it in my living room where we do meditation classes is going to be a lot of growth, not only for myself. I mean, Ganesh is the god they worship in India to overcome all obstacles. When women want to get married, they go to Ganesh, they go to Lakshmi, to overcome whatever obstacles are in themselves to keep them from getting married. So I found this sculpture and I said, oh God, here's my birthday present to me. So I went and bought it, and it's coming in a couple of weeks, and I'm really very happy about that. And I have to thank those of you that contributed money toward it. I mean, it's going to a very sacred place. I didn't just waste it on some clothing and shoes and toothpaste and stuff that, it went towards something that I think is really quite wonderful. Does anyone have a question? I remember once in Jaipur, India, I was in one of these art shops, and they had this probably a 6 foot high seated Ganesh. And I went up to the Ganesh and I put like a 10 or 50 rupee note in front of the Ganesh. And all the salesmen came up to me. I was a white guy, and they don't usually do this. All they see is dollar bills when they see a white guy, And they came up to me, "Are you a Hindu?" I said, "No, but I absolutely adore Ganesh." I told them, these guys became my best friends. It was really amazing to see this transformation take place. They could not have been nicer and kinder, and it was just really interesting. See Ganesh at work. They usually see an American, and my God, all they see are dollar bills, rupee notes, money. And just came up and they all gathered around me. There must have been 8 of them gathered around me, and it couldn't have been nicer. We give you some tea. Do you want some this, that? Come sit down. Does anybody have a question you'd like to ask? So as you all know, there won't be class on Sunday. I'm having a retreat this weekend. If you're interested in attending retreats, I will be doing one every 2 months. There's one in October, another one in December. People have already signed up for both of them. If you'd like to come, there is space, and it would be a joy to have you. Does anyone have a question? I think it's fun. I've never seen it. It's a 3-headed Ganesh. It's got 3 elephant heads with a crown, which is the 7 serpents of Shiva. It's really a kind of a very, South Indian carving, probably from Kerala or somewhere in the South, where they used to make these wagons and sacred wagons for festivals, and they would have statues like that. Does anyone have a question? Okay, and God bless you all. I'll see everybody on Monday. Looking forward to it. Have a wonderful weekend.
And happy birthday, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.
If you
Thank
can,
you. Happy birthday, Stuart. Love you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Meditation while we're doing it here. I'm sure the energy will touch you. You could be living on the moon. The energy is going to touch you. So if you want to tune in, the energy will be there. Okay. God bless you. Thank you. Looking forward to
Thank you,
it.
Stuart.
Thank you.
Love you. Thanks.